in the program right now. It seems like that linebacking core is really strong. How much do you feel like you guys improved during the spring, and how much better can you guys get during camp?
I feel like we improved a lot during the spring, and we got a lot more improving to do. As far as like getting better, we added players in Drew Harris, Trent, and guys like that. That's going to help us, and yeah.
Okay, Xavian, we talked to Cam earlier, and he was talking about just the development of the defensive line, but talk about them just a little bit, but also talk about him as a teammate. And that was one of the things we touched on. It's not super popular for a player, especially a successful one, to stay at the same school for 5 years. So just kind of talk about how all that's gone.
Yeah, I mean, Cam is an unbelievable person, and like when you say that, like he's been at the same university for 5 years, like that says a lot. That says a lot about him and the type of person he is, and as far as like being a teammate, like he's one of the, when I first got here, Cam helped me look for a house. He was one of the first people to help me look for a house, and like I still got the messages where it was like, man, he introduced himself and then he told me like, if you need any help finding a place to live, I got you, and like things like that. So yeah, he's one of one. Cam definitely one of one.
Xavian, you're going into year 2 with the program. You led the team in tackles last year. Do you feel any, extra pressure to kind of be like a full-on leader for the defense this year?
No, sir, because it's just football at the end of the day. It's still football. Still gonna play football regardless of anything. You still got to play football. So as far as like pressure or anything like that I don't feel any, to be honest.
Xavier, obviously you started your career at Georgia. What do you think your biggest takeaway was from your time in Athens?
Being a winner. Being a winner, how to win, and yeah, that's really it.
And talking about the schedule, obviously, Coach Pitt touched on it. We know what a gauntlet it is year in and year out, and that's going to be tough in itself. But you guys, you got some tough games to start, but you got a really good chance to make some noise, particularly in the first 4 or 5 games. So just talk about the excitement for that.
Oh yeah, we're really excited for the season. Itching to be back playing football. We got some new pieces on the team. As far as defense, we added a lot of new players to the team, and since the spring, we haven't been able to see like what those players can do, or we haven't even been practicing yet since the spring. So we start camping like 2 weeks, and just to be able to get those guys in pass and be back to playing football, I think it's a great opportunity for everybody.
You're seen as a leader for this defense. What would you say your leadership style is?
I lead by example. But since the spring, I've been better by being vocal and things like that, and just more comfortable. I would say more comfortable being vocal, and when you're able to, when your teammates why and stuff like that, you can not get on them, but you can talk to them and do things like that. So that's really what I've been doing this offseason, is getting closer to my teammates and things like that, so they can trust me and I trust them, and
Where would you say you've grown the most as a player over the last year?
As a player, I would say mentally, and then like size. I've put on like 10 pounds since the season, and I got bigger, stronger, and faster. So yeah, I would say mentally and like my size.
You mentioned those new pieces that you guys have added on defense, which was quite a bit. But based on what you saw in the spring, how do you feel like everything's kind of coming together?
I feel like everything's coming together pretty good. Like even since the spring, like we added a lot of players since in the summer. So when we go play line up to play football this fall, like it's not the same team as the spring. So yeah.
Arkansas's long known, what kind of play caller Coach Petrino is and what a great coach he is. Now that he's in year 2, and of course going against Talon coming back as well, how much better does that make you guys as a defense?
What did you say?
Just basically practicing against a Petrino offense. How does that help the defense?
Yeah, it helps the defense a lot. Coach Petrino offense, it's a lot of like, you got to know what's going on. So like it can be a lot of eye candy, and your eyes not in the right spot. He can get you. So it's definitely been an honor to have Coach Petrino on the other side of the ball, and we all on the same team, but in practice it's competition. So
Travis Williams, obviously he got a lot of praise last year for the way that he handled the defense. A lot of people talk about him being a head coach. What specifically is it about Travis Williams and what he does as a DC that helped y'all be as good as you were last season?
His understanding of us, him knowing the type of players he got, and like he even said, like, man, if you got some dogs, you got to turn them loose. Like, turn them loose. And just his excitement, his energy, man. Coach T. Will, he's one of those. I love Coach T. Will, man. I love him. So, yeah.
So are you guys going to get turned loose this year? Do you kind of feel like it's, I don't know, reckless abandon or whatever you're going to say? Do you feel like that this year you guys will be pretty physical and you'll be able to stop the run and get to the quarterback when you need to?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely. I feel like we will.
And kind of piggybacking off my offensive question, Braylon Russell's back, and you bring in Mike as Washington, and then of course he came in from New Mexico State. You still got Rodney, so just kind of talk about how all those running backs, especially Mike, coming in as a new guy.
Yeah, Mike's a great running back. He's physical, he's strong, he's big, and just to see him in the spring and be able to go against him, it's been a lot of help for me becoming a better player because Mike. He came from, Washington?
New Mexico State.
New Mexico State. And, Mike's an SEC running back, man. Mike, he's definitely an SEC running back, and I can't wait to see what he got to come this season. I know he's coming.
Xavian, Coach talked about wanting to put more pressure on the quarterback. How important is it to be able to stop the run on first and second down so you guys are able to do that?
It's very important. I feel like that's one of the most important things because, you got to stop the run. Everybody's going to try. If they can run the ball on you, they probably will never throw the ball on you. So if they moving the ball down the field, you'll never probably get a ball thrown on you in the air. That's the most important thing, stopping the run. So
I've been asking a bunch of guys this week, who has the best uniform in the SEC other than your team? So other than Arkansas, who has the best uniform in the SEC?
Man. I don't really know. I don't know how to answer that one.
Can you talk about some of the incoming freshmen that you feel like will make an impact on defense for this year?
Yeah, so you say on defense? Yeah, so we got guys, really all our freshmen that came in. We got Xavian, I wish I had a list of them so I could see all the freshmen that came, but man, all those guys are dogs and they all hungry and they working. Another guy on offense that just popped up in my head, Cam Settles, running back. I like Cam, and you know what I mean? Just to be able to go against him. I'm actually going against him. He's a freshman, and seeing how he pass protect and things like that is big. And, our freshman class was definitely a great freshman class.
Can you talk about what your experience was like transferring? How was that for you?
It was smooth for me. When I hit the portal, got in contact with Coach T. Will, and since then it was kind of smooth. I think I'm not sure exactly how long, but I think I committed a couple days after I visited Arkansas, so I kind of knew exactly where I wanted to go once I visited, and yeah.
Transferring from one SEC school to the next, was there any backlash that came with that? Obviously, Georgia has a super passionate fan base.
No, it wasn't, and it was actually love. I can't vividly think of any moment where it was like any hate or anything like that, so because I did 3 years there, so it wasn't like that I just, up and left after a year or so, or, it was just time for change, and yeah.
A lot of times transfers are met with, they get negative backlash, and, sometimes it's very unwarranted. What can you say about maybe what it meant to you to have that be a positive experience and maybe some of the situations you've seen that happen where players haven't been treated fairly?
It meant a lot to me, man. It meant a lot. And I got a lot of respect for that program and the coaches over there, and it definitely meant a lot because a lot of players do get bashed when they leave a school and things like that, and I honestly could say that wasn't the case with me, so I appreciate them for that. I appreciate them.
Hey, Xavian, I was going to ask, talk a little bit about the differences and similarities of working with Lynch and Tebow.
Some similarities is they both competitive, both competitive, and I'm trying to see some differences because they competitive. Both of them DCs, and I can't really think of any differences, and I can't think of any differences, but they both competitive coaches, both of them.
Pitt talked a lot up there about how much he loves this linebacker room and what it can do. Does that change from last year to this year with T-Will and Pitt? Does that change what they're looking to get out from the defense?
Nah, it don't change nothing. We still got to go out and play football, and whether opinions really don't mean nothing. We got to go out and play ball and get stops and things like that. So whether people are highly praising us or they're not, like it don't matter. We got to go out there and play football when it's time to play football. So that's really one of the biggest things.
I guess asking it the other way around, what do you think a defense can achieve when it has a really, really good linebacker?
Defense with a really good linebacker room can achieve a lot of success throughout the season and a lot of games won. So yeah.
Xavian, your coach was talking about Texas. I mean, y'all used to be big rivals back in the day. Do y'all still see that as a rivalry?
Yes, sir, we do.
Why is that?
From the history, from the history of the game and things like that. When I got here last year, I didn't know Texas and Arkansas was a rivalry, but when I got here last year, I quickly learned that it was, and learned that Arkansas got a couple different rivalries, you know. So, those games, like Texas, that game is deep history with them. So, you know what I mean? It's a big game for the state. I feel like our state, our fans, all of them, it's important to them, and yeah.
It's been a while since y'all went to Austin. What do y'all expect down there?
Oh man, go down there and have fun. You know what I mean? Go have a little fun, and I never played over there, and yeah. Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
I don't have the stat page with me, but I think from that April scrimmage in Fayetteville, I think you had like the most tackles or something. I mean, you're flying all over. I mean, what do you remember from that day?
Was it the last scrimmage of the spring?
Yeah, back in April.
Really just having fun. You know what I mean? No, I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember a whole lot from that day. I'm gonna be honest. But I know I was out there having fun because, you know, when you play the game of football, you just got to have fun and go out there and, like you say, fly around and no matter what, go out there and have fun. So,
what's something from your football journey that most people wouldn't know?
Like, as in what? Like, what you mean?
Just like your experience as an athlete, like just what's something that, you know, like not a lot of people would know about you?
That I was a hooper.
Okay.
Real deal hooper.
Like,
so, well, not like offers or anything like that, but like in high school, I played basketball, played varsity football and basketball in the 8th grade. My school was 6 through 12, so things like playing up a lot, and I would say that's something that people don't know, that I was a hooper.
You think that, like, there's a lot of talk about people like focusing on one sport and not playing multiple. Do you think it benefited you? Like to play multiple?
Yeah, it definitely benefited me. Like a lot of the moves that I do on the football field are basketball moves. In and out, or like if I'm rushing on a guard or something, give them a little head fake, a little jab, or it's definitely similar. So yes, sir.
Yeah, of course. You last year transferred to Arkansas. You had your first like real, I guess, like big opportunity to star on a team. Just what was, what about that experience do you think that will help you now going into kind of year 2 of it?
Last season, I would say something that would help me is just being more calmer this year. Being more calm. I was very nervous a lot because, like you said, really was my first big time season, and you know, first time really playing a lot of meaningful minutes, and a lot of nerves was running through me through a lot of those games. So I would say just being calm this year and just going out there and just playing football and just knowing like it's just football at the end of the day. You've been playing this your whole life, so there's no nerves. There's no nerves.
There could be high expectations for every team in the SEC, but how do you shoulder that as a leader on the team?
By just reminding my teammates that we got to take one day at a time. Like the good teams, the successful teams, they don't look too far ahead. They just focus about right now and focus on getting better right now. And yeah, that's really it. Just getting better right now, not looking too far ahead.
Hey Xavian, what do you think about your CFP 26 rating, and what would you change if it was up to you?
So I'm not a gamer.
Okay.
I really don't play the game, and so it really don't mean much to me. I honestly don't care, honestly. So yeah.
Let me try one more. Who's your favorite football player growing up?
Derwin James, safety, Florida State.
I have a non-football related question for you, but do you know that show Love Island that's popular right now?
Yep.
Which one of your teammates do you think would be a great fit to be selected for the show, and why?
Ooh, okay. Let me see. Man. I would say Wyatt Simmons. Sophomore. I hope you see this too, Wyatt.
Talk about White a little bit. You know, obviously a great linebacker. Harding Cab comes from a football family.
Yes, sir.
How's he developed?
He's developing good. Great, actually. You know, he was dealing with a hamstring this spring, but that's fine now. And Wyatt's, he's rolling, man. He's definitely rolling. Wyatt's one of the most athletic people that I've done been around. And, you know, that says a lot about him. And then, like, his knowledge of football, like you said, he come from a football family. And, you know, his dad, great guy. After every game, I talk with his dad, and, you know, real great guy. And I got a lot of respect for the whole family. So I'm excited for Wyatt and what he has in store for this season.
Of course, Coach Pittman said you're one of the leaders of the defense, but when you look at the defense, who would you kind of point out as, in your eyes, kind of the biggest leaders?
The biggest leaders, I would say, first level, Cam Ball. Second level, Steven Dix. And then third level, Larry Worth.
How does that help? I guess you mentioned all the different levels. Just having kind of a guy that's been there, done that in all three.
Yeah, I mean, it helps out a lot. It makes it easier. A lot of communication going on, a lot of talking, and a lot of reassuring and stuff like that. Like, you know, Cam making sure we good on the back end, we making sure he's good, and we talking with it's a lot of communication. So it makes it easier because you can't play football without communicating, and you know what I mean? That's one of the most important things, honestly.
Back to the Love Island question. I was asking all the players, which one of your teammates do you think would be kicked off the quickest if they were to go on the show?
Kicked off, okay. Man, so that's... I don't know that one. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know.
That's right.
I think all my teammates they'll do a good job and they'll find the love of their life. Okay, that's what the show. I never watched it, but they trying to find love, right?
Yeah, that's pretty
so I think all my teammates will find some love, man. I think they will.
And what's your ideal dream date?
Ideal dream date? Like dinner on the beach or something like that, like a beach type vibe.
Yeah.
Something on the beach. Nice sunset and, you know, nice sand.
That's what all the players have been saying, a dream beach day.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny.
Okay. Yeah.
But thank you.
Thank you.